of the Republic of Ghana, John Mahama, arrived this morning in Niamey as part of a working and friendship visit. He was welcomed at the Abduorahnane International Airport by the President of the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland, Head of State Brigadier General Abduorahnane Tiani. General Tiani and his counterpart reviewed the troops of the Defense and Security Forces. After executing the two national anthems, they together greeted the members of the CNSP, those of the government, the members of the diplomatic corps accredited in Niger, the traditional and religious leaders, and a large community of Ghanaians residing in Niger.
Minister of Transportation, member of the committee, staff president, Minister of Mining, member of the committee, member of the National Committee, member of the National Committee, member of the National Committee, Minister of Hydrology,
Greetings, families. Welcome back once again. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If this is your first time, my name is Mamri, and you are very, very welcome. As you can tell, the president of Ghana, President John Mahama, was in Niger yesterday. Yes, he was in Mali before. A lot of you, or many of you, have seen that already. He promised to visit the three countries. That was how he was received. I like the fact as soon as he got down, he greeted the president of Niger, my brother, and the smile on their faces is priceless. To me, it's priceless. You can tell the feeling between the two. My mom was telling me they are brothers, how they were related. It's a long story. Anyway, they had two private meetings, but they put music, they mute them. So we don't know, or I don't know what went on there. Maybe later they can come out to tell us what happened. But please watch this part and I'll be back. I've changed the music.
The welcome, marked by the chalets reserved for the Ghanaian president and his delegation, a one-on-one meeting between the two heads of state, Abduorahnane Tiani and Dramani Mahama, took place at the Honor Lounge of the International Airport in Diori Hamani di Niamey. In the afternoon of this Sunday, March 9, 2025, the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, was welcomed at the Presidential Palace by the President of the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland, Head of State and Brigadier General, Abduorahnane Tiani. That night followed by a one-on-one meeting between the two heads of state.
Thank you, families, for watching. After the private meeting, they have another business meeting, and that's when they explain everything. Not everything, but some of the things that they have discussed. Yes, business, security, and more. Families, please listen, and I'll be back. Thank you so much for your time.
During this friendship and working visit, the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, held a working session this afternoon at the Presidential Palace between the delegations of Ghana and Niger under the presidency of the two heads of state. At the end of the discussions, a final communique was made public. The report with Musa Hamani and Asko Jibrila.
During this working session, held in the afternoon of Sunday, March 9, 2025, at the Presidential Palace, under the leadership of the two heads of state, John Dramani, Mamadou Ghana, and Brigadier General Abduorahnane Tiani, President of the National Council for Homeland Security, several issues of common interest were discussed. This involves strengthening the bonds of friendship and cooperation between the two countries, particularly in the security and economic fields, political and scientific areas as well. These topics were elaborated in a final communique concluding this working session. A communique made public by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Cooperation and Nigerians Abroad, Bakari Yaw Sangare.
At the invitation of His Excellency Brigadier General Abduorahnane Tiani, President of the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland, Head of State, His Excellency Mr. John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic, Head of State of Ghana, made a friendship and working visit to Niamey on March 9, 2025. The delegation from ANN was warmly welcomed by His Excellency, Brigadier General Abduorahnane Chani, President of the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland, in a fraternal spirit that characterizes the warm and friendly relations that have always existed between the peoples of the two countries. This visit to Niger, which is part of the traditions of exchange and consultation, with a view to further strengthening the active friendship and cooperation meetings that have united the two countries since their accession to international sovereignty. The two heads of state had a one-on-one meeting and then an expanded working session with members of both delegations on several topics of common interest. The discussions took place in a climate of great cordiality and allowed for an in-depth examination of the challenges facing the two countries and the major topics that are currently relevant at the sub-regional and international levels. During their discussions, the two heads of state expressed satisfaction with the quality of the fraternal and friendly relations and the cooperation that binds Ghana and Niger, and reaffirmed their common desire to implement and invigorate bilateral cooperation between the two countries, to elevate it to the level of their ambitions and the legitimate expectations of their respective peoples who aspire to peace, security, and development. On the security front, the two heads of state discussed the terrorist threat in the Sahel and West Africa. They reaffirmed their commitment to unite their forces to combat the scourge of terrorism that has been plaguing the sub-region for several years and which compromises the effective implementation of development programs initiated by their country's government. The two delegations commended the resilience, commitment, and support provided by the two peoples to their leaders. The delegations expressed their conviction of the necessity to strengthen cooperation in political, economic, scientific, and cultural areas between the two countries, and agreed to increase mutual exchanges at all levels, notably through the regular holding of joint cooperation commissions. The President of Niger thanked and expressed his sincere gratitude to his brother, the Ghanaian counterpart, for the visit to Niger. His Excellency Mr. John Mahama invited His Excellency Brigadier General Abduorahnane Chani, President of the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland, Head of State of Niger, to pay an official visit to Ghana. This invitation was accepted with gratitude, and the date will be set through diplomatic channels. Done in Niamey on March 9, 2025.
This friendship and working visit of the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani, to Niger took place in a climate of fraternity, but also with respect for the legendary hospitality characteristic of the Nigerian people.
Right after the working session, followed by the final communique, the President of Ghana left Niamey. He was accompanied by the President of the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland, the Head of State, Brigadier General Abduorahnane Chani at the International Airport, Diori Hamani in Niamey.
Thank you so much, families, for listening, for your time. Yes, as you listen to it all, there was nothing concerning the elephant in the room. Maybe because of all the reactions of what happened before. They don't want us to know what they have discussed, but you can tell from both faces and the people around that everything went on successfully and they were all happy. Yes, this is what we want. We want Africa to unite. I like the fact that they are going to fight together. And so it's good for him to say they are going to fight together let's fight this fight together. I just hope that it won't be, there are some people in Ghana land, let's call it Ghana land, or I will call it Ghana land, that are protecting Ghana. Yes, security wise. So I don't know how they are going to work that part, because they were in Niger. Niger asked them to leave. So how are they going to fight together? That was what I was thinking. I don't know about you. If you listen up to now, please let us know. What are you thinking? Let's say it. Germany is there. America is there. I don't know. I don't think France is there, but surely Germany and America, they have their base in Ghana. So I don't know how they are going to work together security wise. But trade is always going on. It will never stop. Anyway, families, the video will be long. I will leave you here. Leave your own comments. Let us learn or read from you. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. I will see you soon. I can't wait for him to get to Burkina Faso. I'm sure I said that already. Definitely today he will be there. So we are waiting for that. As soon as it come up, I'll be here to share it. Credit to RTN and Sahar Info. Families, I will see you soon. God bless you all. Bye-bye.